Hello and welcome back. Another day, another hat. Keep the hair under control. Today so far I've been taking out the TV room like we said in our last video, and it's just kind of been, where is it? Just kind of dotted some bits around in here. Some of it's upstairs. Hello. Yes. And here we go, I'll show you. So, right, so look at that, completely different. So the carpet's up, the underlay's up, and the floorboards are out. And then originally there was these pillars here, so I've started taking that out, which are all the way over there. And then if I come around this way, and this false ceiling, I thought it was going to collapse when I took out these two pillars here, which are these chaps here. However, it didn't, so I'm probably just going to, I'm going to set the camera up now and hope this isn't a 250 pounds to You've Been Framed moment. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. I'm not really too fussed if it collapses and damages any of this stuff. Or could I be worried if it chips? So I've put that up there to protect the window. It looks so flimsy, like it's gonna do bugger all. I guess the only thing I'm concerned about is if it takes off the sink and the tap when it collapses, it could damage. Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this will be fine. I'm pretty sure this will be fine. Let me flip this running in. But I guess there's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. I've got to give it a go.
Hello, it's Friday and I'm not sure if Dan has given an update this morning, but oh my gosh, what a change we've had in the media room today. So I've been painting the bench downstairs in the kitchen and haven't really known what he's been doing in there, and then I come up the stairs and I guess the best thing to do is just show you. So, goodness. It looks so good though, and I'm so happy we decided to do this because it's added so much more light and it was such a good decision. So, oh, little dog's in there. You be careful, don't you fall down those holes. But look, so if you come down, this whole wall is now gone. So originally, this used to obviously have a big wall here, and the door was probably about here into this room, but Dan has just taken it down completely. And it looks so good, and it's added just so much more light into this space in this area. I mean, please ignore the drawing room, once again, is an absolute shit pit, but I just feel like it's added so much more light. And eventually when we build this wall here to separate the hallway from what's going to be the drawing room, this is just such a good decision, because now instead of just having this little box, which we'll probably be replacing anyway, we'll also have all the light shining through from in here, which is just wonderful. So it was a great decision. It looks really good. And then in here, obviously all the carpet is up now. The walls have been primed and stuff already. We did that ages ago, so they're all good to go. Well, at least this back wall here is. This wall isn't. This wall had loads of like fitted furniture and stuff on, so we're actually gonna have to get a plasterer in to do this because Dan and I can't do that ourselves. We tried to fill it, as you can see, but yeah, it just needs to be fully replastered. But anyway, and then obviously this is where the toilet was. As you can see, it's still there. But all this is gone now. We've taken down all of the timbers for here, removed the false ceiling up here, and Adrian removed the radiator before he left, so that's all good there. But yeah, it's looking good. This room just feels so much bigger now, so much lighter. It's really lovely. So what's next is, I think we've got a plumber potentially coming next week, who hopefully is going to remove the toilet and the sink. And then once they're removed, then we can pretty much get started on fitting the bar. I guess Dan's going to give the units a go. He's going to try fitting the units. It can't be too difficult. We've already got an integrated fridge that needs to go in. That lives downstairs right now. And then, yeah, we need to get a new sink and a new worktop, because we've actually got some spare units from our kitchen, and instead of just buying all new units, we're going to just spray them a different colour. And yeah, it actually worked out really well that we have those spare, so that's really good. And yeah, we're going to spray them, and then yeah, we need to just get a worktop, a new sink, and we kind of need to decide what we're doing. I need to order some wallpaper, and yeah, there's a lot still to be done. But now that we've got like the skeleton, Bourbon, please get your head out of there, thank you. Gonna have to make sure he doesn't do that when we're not around, because I don't know what's down there. But yeah, now that we've got like the skeleton of the room ready, it's actually a lot easier now to kind of plan what and where things are going. So I'm very excited, and yeah, everything's looking really good.
Okay, so I've just had a freshen up from doing the media room. It was very dusty, but I'm really glad it's done. I'm really glad it's done, because now obviously the floorboards are up. We can really get going with like potentially our new plumber and the electrician, so they can just get all that sort of stuff done really quickly, or hopefully really quickly, and then we can get the plywood down and then the flooring on, and then it's all just, we're just making tracks. So I've cleaned up because it was really messy, and now I'm gonna start taking up the carpet in the drawing room. Hello, dog. Come up. We've got a lot of stuff in the drawing room at the moment, and a lot of it I'm not gonna be able to lift on my own. We have like a full vanity unit, a bath, what else is back here? A variety of stuff. So I'm just gonna have to flick that here right there. I'm gonna have to cut sort of around the carpets, and then when Reese the electrician is here tomorrow, he's gonna probably just help me move a few little bits out of the way, and then we can get the rest of the carpets up so he can get to the lights below. So he tried to take the lights, do the lights from underneath, from in the kitchen. However, with the joists and everything and completely rewiring, he needs to obviously drill through the joists, and he was just like, look, this is just not working. So I said I would quickly get this up, and then once I've done this, Talia and I are going to spend the weekend sort of planning, designing, and really thinking more about the garden. So after I've done this, I'm going to do some little some videoing of the garden, and then we'll when we've finished our, I suppose, designing and planning, we'll show what we've got in store. Okay, so I've finished just pulling up what I can with the carpet at the moment. Here it is, and essentially, there we go. So I kind of measured out exactly where the lights are below. So hopefully, I know some of these floorboards do run a bit further, so we might have to pull some more of this up. But we don't want to take too much up because we haven't really got any intentions of doing this room just at the moment. So therefore, if we completely gut it, it's just going to be like awful to live with for a while. So I wanted to leave some sort of like channel. I need to move all this. And I can't move that because it's way too heavy, and Talia can't help me lift it. So I'll wait till tomorrow. Then we can get those final few bits up. But this should be enough. I can see some of these floorboards run past, so we might have to move more. But this seems to be enough to get, hello dog, at the lights below. And then, yeah, then that'll be really good. So Talia and I are just going to tidy up the kitchen, and then we're going to actually, she's been doing the plans and everything for, while I was doing the drawing room, she was designing the garden, and I've taken a look, and I think it looks fantastic. I think it's everything I'd want, certainly, and Talia loves it, and I think, yeah, it'll be good. So I'm actually going to take this into the garden now to show what the current state is, and I can tell the dog wants to go out too. So I'll do a quick tour, and then what we'll do is we might do it in similar style to what we did last week with the video, and sort of run through our mood board and our sort of inspirational ideas, and then I think we might head out again so we can then like talk through each point and each area. So let's head out now. It's actually a little bit colder than it has been, so I might not stay out too long. But, so, initially, this back door is old, single glazing, so this is getting replaced. We've got a bit of rubble here that we just need to get waste removal like we have all upstairs. So, come on, boy. Oh, it is quite chilly. So heading out here, it's a really nice space. It's a really nice garden. Well, it will be a really nice garden. At the moment, we have this ivy that goes all the way around. And then underneath is a really low-lying wall. And we basically, I haven't been out here this morning, but as you can see, the foxes have been out last night. That's not his, that's a fox. So we have really bad issues with foxes coming through the fences and leaving their mark, and it's really stressful for the dog. He doesn't like it, he can obviously tell, and I mean, obviously at the moment, like, look, you can see, like, it's just not in the best shape. All these slabs are pretty old, not our style, and it just needs a revamp. It needs a modernization, and yeah, hopefully we'll be getting to do that in the next couple of weeks. But our main priority is this ivy, and I know a lot of people quite like it. I think a lot of people would want to keep it or manage it or take it back, but it is spilling into other gardens, and to be honest, as you can see here, sort of, can you see where the wall starts there, and then how much this is coming out? And I mean, we can cut that back, but might as well just get rid of it. Just want to get rid of it. We've got different ideas, different style, different plans for the garden, and it doesn't involve the ivy. And I mean, I think a lot of people would probably disagree with that, and they say they probably want to keep it because it's, you know, it's grown to a great height and a great thickness. However, with no fencing, with no protection, the foxes will just keep coming through. They weasel their way through, and I mean, I know a fox will jump up to the fence, but I mean, if we can get it high enough with, oh god, sorry, I dropped the camera, with spikes on the top, whatever our gardener recommends. I don't know whether that's spikes, I don't know what that will be, but something to just try and deter these foxes from getting into our garden, because it's unhygienic, it's gross, the dog doesn't like it, and the last thing we want to do is for us to let him out on an evening and not knowing that there is a fox in the garden, and then, I don't know,
then having a scrap, and that
little thing probably wouldn't be up to the challenge, I don't think. Okay, so I think Talia is upstairs. Oh, and it's washing day, is it?
It's washing day. Did you not see me put it in?
No, I did. I was doing the floorboards and other bits and bobs.
Okay, so these are a few of the images that I've pulled from Pinterest in response to what we're kind of looking for in what we want to do in the garden. Basically, oh god, where do I even start? French. It's like a little bit French inspired, but not really. But either way,
I'd say like West Coast. It's quite Californian.
Kind of. It's just it actually, to be fair, I wouldn't even give it a specific style because I don't think it has one. It's just things we like that we're just gonna throw together. But
how very professional.
I know, right? But basically what we are looking for, let's start with the flooring. So I don't know if this is going to show up well on camera, but basically this down here is a herringbone floor. Once again, we're doing herringbone flooring because we are obsessed with it.
It's like a brick, a white pale brick in herringbone.
Yeah, we're wanting it to be as pale as possible. Not white, because obviously that would be an absolute pain to keep clean, but definitely like a creamy colour with some maybe subtly browner, darker colours in there. But we're going to see, greys. We're going to see what our landscaper comes up with, but this is kind of the vibe that we're getting for the flooring. In terms of other things to put in, Dan obviously really loves his barbecuing, like every other man in the world. So he wants to put in a built-in barbecue. So I'd love it to be, I don't know if you can see again, but this is kind of like an exposed brick. And I just think that looks so cool, but something like this would be awesome.
Yeah.
We're not going
to... With a worktop.
With a worktop, yeah. We're not going to do a sink and stuff just because it's right next to the kitchen. It seems completely unreasonable to also put a sink in the garden. This kind of seating area is something quite similar we're going for. So what we want is we want the raised beds on the back of the seating. And in the raised beds, I love lavender. I've probably talked about that before, so I really want some lovely lavender going along there, and it just smells gorgeous. Big lavender fan. So we kind of want the lavender to come all the way around the seating, and then this is actually quite similar seating, so I obviously want like nice cream sofa back here. I would like the dark wicker effect too, and then I think we're going to get a fire pit in there, aren't we?
Yeah, because there's a table in that photo, isn't there?
There's a table in that photo, yeah.
We might do table there as well, or we might do like a fire pit or something a bit more sort of, yeah, because we'll have a table somewhere else, won't we?
Yeah, well, the table...
I'll show in a second.
Yeah, we'll show in a second. But we are going to have a big dining table
Similar
and chairs. Kind of similar to this. So this is actually Emma Sims-Hilditch, who is an interior designer. And I just really want this garden, basically. But it's nice because this is actually... I'm pretty certain this is a London garden. If you look at the terrace house at the back, it looks very similar. So to see what she's done with her garden being in London...
Good inspo.
Yeah, it gave us a lot of inspiration. I really like this kind of like creeper she's got on the back here. I'd love... And actually, this... What's it called? Wall/fencing is exactly what I think we're going to be doing.
It's the low-lying wall like what we have.
Yeah.
And then it's called Venetian hit and miss fencing.
Oh, interesting. You've been doing your research.
I have. So it's like, it runs... Is that going to focus? It runs sort of like horizontally. And then we've also asked for a climbing rose bush as well.
Yeah.
Similar to that.
To put up. So I think that would be really, really lovely. And then I guess lastly to talk about is these lights. We obviously really want to do some string lights in and around.
With the big bulbs.
Yeah, around the whole garden. There's one of the gardens like that we can see from our balcony. You're literally zooming in on my chin.
Have I zoomed in?
One of the gardens over here has some string lights, and it actually just looks so pretty, and on an evening it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we want to do the same thing, but that's the plan for the garden. I'm very excited to get it going.
Hopefully it'll be done before summer.
Yeah, so our landscaper said that he is looking or thinking that we could start getting it done in around the beginning of May. It kind of all depends, like, that's if we're just like, if he obviously sends us over a drawing and we're like, oh my god, that's amazing, and he just gets straight on with it. I'm sure that's not going to be the case, because that never is the case with anything. There are always going to have to be bits and pieces you change. Or...
Shouldn't take too long though.
But it shouldn't take too long, no. Our landscaper's lovely and he's super great, so it shouldn't take too long. So hopefully it does get started in May, and it gets done for summer, because that would just be an absolute dream, wouldn't it? If it got done for summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just... Because good choice being up here, by the way, because I can just do this and just sort of give an overview. Okay, so here's the garden from above, and you can see the ivy is just going everywhere. So we do need to sort of consult with people, but at the end of the day, it's our ivy and we want it gone. It's eating into our next door neighbours, and it needs to just go. So the herringbone will be all the way along here, all the way up here, and then we want to have a little patch over here of some grass or some astro or something, because the dog will like to have a little wee and stuff. And then down here we'll have our dining table, and then the barbecue pit will be somewhere along this wall here. Some nice pots setting up to walk onto the top piece, which is essentially going to have the what are they called, the beddings, the flower beds? Flower beds, the built-in, the brick flower beds will go all along the outside of this bit here, with the sofa coming in the back around here with like a fire pit and some chairs and stuff, and that will all be on the herringbone too. And then sort of, now you've seen that, sort of like bringing it back to here, so you can kind of like reference against it. And yeah, I think the thing we're most looking forward to is this this fencing going in, and sort of getting rid of this ivy. It's so thick, you can really appreciate how much it's taking up of the garden. So once we cut all that back and we have the fencing, and that will be really, really nice. Really looking forward to that. So halfway through that recording, the camera died, and it was really weird because it said it had half battery, but never mind. So for the rest of this week, we're going to be repainting the, well, part of the week at least is going to be repainting the kitchen. We basically concluded that the pink wasn't the best idea. It didn't flow with the rest of the house, and
you concluded that.
I concluded, and I think I was right, because to be honest, at the end of the day, it was nice, but we got bored with it pretty quickly, and it doesn't flow with the rest of our style. So I sort of
vetoed the pink.
Encouraged.
Yeah, but guess what else he did? So Dan, this is what Dan does, okay? He gets an idea, and I tell him, oh no, it's probably not the best idea, maybe we shouldn't do that. He doesn't listen to me. Your hat's
the dog is
blocking
chewing
my
it.
beautiful face. I say, oh, that's probably not the best idea. He doesn't listen to me. He goes on a tangent. He runs away with this idea. And when it came to the window seat in the kitchen, Dan was adamant that it had to be a different colour to the walls. So, say we were painting the walls pink, it had to be a different colour to the pink. And I said, are you sure that'd be a lot of colour? No, it has to be a different colour. Lo and behold, I painted the window seat, and what does he say? Oh no, yeah, it needs to be the same colour as the walls.
Anyways, so I have to paint it because Talia refused. She was like, I am not painting it. So I'm painting it this week, and also hopefully we're going to get some quotes for the media room to get done. So hopefully that will get done this week, or at least started on. Because then as soon as the plumbing and the electrics are done in there, I can start laying the flooring. We can start doing the walls, and then as soon as that's done, we can move all the stuff in there. Then we can start on the spare bedrooms. We're at a sort of pivotal point now where as soon as things start to sort of slightly move, the whole thing is just going to really start rolling again quite quickly. We are slightly in a bit of a sort of slower phase, but we're getting there. And also the stud wall that's going to separate the drawing room from the hallway, I'm going to start building that this week. We've got quite a lot going on, to be honest. It doesn't really feel like a Monday because obviously it's a bank holiday, but yeah. But anyways, I hope you liked this video, and I hope you liked our style or our ideas for the garden. More will be revealed as soon as we get sort of the drawings and the sort of, if the quote's okay, then we'll go ahead and we'll sort of reveal more about that.
Thank you for watching. I feel like I've been really absent in this video.
Yeah, you have.
In honesty, I haven't really done much.
Yeah, she's been quite lazy.
Had a bit of a lazy week.
So please please subscribe and follow us on all of our other different platforms.
Yeah, we're always at the Blur House, so please like, subscribe, support.